But before we talk about that, I wanted to just welcome a few of our very special guests. All of you guys are very special. But I do want to make sure to point out that we couldn't do this without the support of some of these amazing volunteers and the leadership that we have in our city. So if you'll bear with me just a moment, I would like to make a few introductions and say thank you very much to the ladies who are all came out, and the gentlemen, please don't let me forget the gentlemen, that all came out and added to our ambiance here tonight. Many of whom are part of our Day Out Downtown experience. We had Day Out Downtown this morning. This is now our third season that we're having people come out and do historical tours with us in the downtown area. They're learning a lot about what we have to be proud of, our heritage, and how we have this wonderful, authentic experience in Casa Grande that so many people don't even know, don't even scratch the surface. So I'm so excited that we are here today as part of that. And if I could ask all of our Day Out Downtown docents, those who take on characters and volunteer with us for Day Out Downtown, would you guys just step up and be recognized? Just stand up for me, please. And then, of course, we have a volunteer group that represents our board of directors. So I would really love it if our board members could be recognized. They include the lovely lady that provided the awesome catering for this evening, Marianne from the Cookie Jar. And then I know Jim Summers is around here somewhere. He might be inside. But if we can all let Jim know how much we appreciate him for all of us. Just applauding you, Jim, in absentia.
They're funny.
And then Susan Rooney in her lovely saloon girl outfit tonight. Susan, thank you so much for your support. And also, of course, we want to recognize the leaders in our city that are here with us and taking the time out of their very busy schedule to be here. Over here, we've got Lisa Fitzgibbons and Ralph Varela. And then Mr. Dick Powell's over here with the lovely lady. And then I know, over here. There you are, Mary. You're hiding. Mary Corson. Welcome, Mary. There's Matt.
There's Matt.
Thank you.
Close to the bar.
So we also have some of our fabulous partners here and people from the city staff that help us make sure that the downtown is welcoming for our visitors, and that also help us with all of the historic preservation work that we want to do. The lovely Laura Blakeman, is she over here somewhere?
Oh, back there. Up there.
Just wave, Laura. Here she is. And Paul Tice from the planning department. Paul's putting together an adaptive reuse program we're really excited about. And then Dwayne Itel from the Public Works that's helping us to keep our town beautiful. Okay, I know I missed somebody. Did I miss anybody else from the city staff that's helping us out? Okay, great. Marge is going to be, I'm going to turn it over to Marge in just a few moments, and she's going to go ahead and introduce some of our other commission members. But again, this tonight is about the history, celebrating our history and representing it in all the wonderful ways that we're able to do through public art in the downtown. But art is more than just what we put on the walls, right? We have a fabulous community theater that is helping us to create wonderful performing arts. We have a beautiful historic theater that Debbie Martin and Christine are putting together some wonderful shows at the Paramount for this coming season. I do want to say thank you so much again for not only joining us here tonight, celebrating our history, but we've got a lot to celebrate in the downtown lately. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every storefront is full on Florence Street, which is pretty exciting for us. And that wouldn't happen without the faith and investment of our people that are reinvesting in the downtown and doing adaptive reuse projects. So a couple things I just want to highlight. Of course, as you guys know, Susan Rooney and John Rooney own Adventures in Stained Glass and are also property owners. We're very excited that they took over that store, and they've done a lovely job within that building. Right across the street from them, of course, is the Old Town Ale House, and the IDA purchased that building specifically in order to get our first little local pub in the downtown area. And just wanted to let you guys know they're celebrating their first anniversary along with Michelle and Lee. If you guys could raise your hands right next door to them, Michelle and Lee from Apothecraft. So do let them know how much you appreciate the fact that they're down here. And then one of our latest people that have just joined the property owners, Jim Sewer, is out there. Jim, if you'll just wave for us. Jim purchased the Merle Norman building, and he's going to be doing a beautiful design studio. You guys may have seen the construction that's going on right now. He's doing a beautiful job rehabilitating the building, and it's going to be fabulous when he's done. And do you have an opening date or an estimate for that, Jim?
About 60 days.
Sorry?
About 60 days.
About 60 days, so maybe, if not before the street fair, soon after. We're looking forward to seeing that. Anyone else that came to the downtown within the last year that I might have overlooked? The Landmark Event Center. Yes, Greg Serrano did a beautiful job restoring a historic property on Picacho, and it is open for special events, and they do a beautiful job with the events and receptions and things like that. So with no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let Marge come on up and share with you our latest collaboration. Marge.
Those that know me know that I can get carried away.
No, I just got. Welcome, everyone. This is exciting. Thank you all for being here. It's just such a pleasure to have the council here, so many downtown businesses, city department heads. I am the chairperson for the Historic Preservation Commission, and the lovely Laura Blakeman, who's probably still out there hiding, is our staff person, and she's amazing. Amazing. She's the best we've had, and I've been on the commission a long time. So I'd like to thank the sponsors for the window, and that's why we're here tonight. But we're here for a lot of other reasons too that you don't really even know about yet. So the window sponsors were the Casa Grande Dispatch, because the Preservation Commission had a little tiny bit of money to do the screening that's on the window, but we had no money to pay a designer. So Kara has been incredible. Melva, is she still here? Is Melva still here? There she is. Is she? Oh, out there. She's so shy. She was amazing. Before you leave tonight, as we leave the patio to go down to the window, you're all going to get a little scroll, and it's going to be a picture and a story of what's on that window, so you can study that when you get home, and you'll be as smart as the next person. The other sponsor was the Historical Society, because we used their photographs. And we have members from the society here tonight, and old habits are hard to break. The Museum of Casa Grande. Dwayne is their board president. And Aaron, are you still here? Aaron is here. Did your other two partners in crime show up?
Jennifer's here.
So Rosemary and Jennifer are here. So thank you. These ladies are doing an incredible job over at the museum. So we've got the Main Street Partnership and we've got the City Partnership. It doesn't get much better than that. And what a fun place to have a party tonight. The downtown projects that we've done since 2012, very briefly, some of you know about them, but we did our plaque and pedestal, which is over at 3rd Street and Florence Street. Then right after that, we developed the maps, and that's behind Councilman Powell over there, and we sell those for a $10 donation. They are 16 by 20, suitable for your office space. Then right after we did the maps, we decided that, shoot, we sell those maps and raise a little money, we can do history plaques downtown. So there's another board over there behind Aaron with another donation box. And those are the 9 plaques that we have on buildings already. So again, that's quite exciting because now you can come downtown and do your own self-directed tour and take your friends along and you can read those plaques and know what's going on and what went on in years past. Then we came up with the Windows to the Past project. That's the main reason why we're here tonight. But you know, prior to the Windows to the Past, in 2012, we went to the City Council as a commission and said we'd like to change the name of Top and Bottom Street back to what it was in the beginning. So in 1889, it was Top and Bottom, right over here where we're going next. And in 1915, with a lot of ladies present at the City Council meeting, they couldn't understand how a street could have such a name as Top and Bottom. And so they petitioned to have it changed to Washington. Now folks, we all love George, but every town has a Top and a Washington. How many towns have a Top and Bottom? So 99 years later, with the help of the city, Laura Altice, we went back to the commission, to the council, and we got it changed back to Top and Bottom. So we never had the proper party for Top and Bottom. So this is kind of a dual party tonight. It's a party for the Top and Bottom name change, and then it's also a dedication for the art and history piece that we have over there. Then another thing that's just come up, and it's in this corner, and we just picked that up today, is we have an Evergreen Historic District. Does everybody know that? It's back behind City Hall. And some of us live back there. So at any rate, we have come up with a way that we think might kind of get people jazzed about improving their yards. We've had a little problem in the neighborhood. So Bunny Dietrich is our first person that's going to receive this wonderful sign in her yard for a period of a month. We also have a newsletter. We've had 4 of them now, and one's going out this month that's going to talk to the people in the Evergreen. So none of you are going to get that unless you live in the Evergreen. We're going to really just crank it up a gear and really broadcast those really fine homes and yards that we've got in the Evergreen. So congratulations to Bonnie. Then, about 4 years ago, the commission started inventorying all the signs in Casa Grande because we've got a lot of historic signs and they're going away. So we inventoried them. Last year we were able to get a CLG grant. The council, thank you very much, approved us getting that. We had consultants come in. They inventoried all the signs on our list, came up with a couple extras, and now we have 33 signs in this community that qualify as local landmarks. And 26 of them are basically in the downtown area. So that's pretty exciting in itself. And we're going to start in the first quarter of next year as a commission nominating some of those signs for local landmarks. We'll probably do 5 at a time, and we've already had 5 people just jump in and say, I want to be first, I want to be first. So that's fun. Tonight I'm going to tell you something that we've been working on for, Laura, a year and a half, the DQ. You've all read in the paper that it's been a challenge. We got the bright idea when they wanted to take down our cone. And think about it, guys. That cone, there's only 2 in the country, ours and one in Topeka, Kansas. So they wanted to take down the cone. We went to bat and we were able to save the cone and the brazier board. And we were so happy. Council approved all of that. We got the local landmark. We were so excited. 3 months later, they come back again. Woo, we didn't really want you to do the brazier board. We want that off. They've got a new corporate look, and it did not include that brazier board. And we voted that we did, as a commission, that we, no, we've got to keep it all. And as the owner was walking out of the council chambers, he's like, well, you might lose the phone. And we're like, oh my gosh. So then we had a work study session, and long story made short, yesterday we found out, and the commissioners don't even know this yet, Jeff notified us that we can have the cone and the brazier board.
Wow.
So, I mean, is that not just wonderful?
So Marge, are you going to negotiate our next nuclear warhead?
Thanks, Mary, I don't think so. So anyway, so what's coming up for 2017? We are going to create those 33 local landmarks. We are going to fundraise, I said fundraise, not my favorite thing, but it's for a worthy cause. We are going to rehab the Sunset Court sign, which we have in secret storage at the city, and we're going to rehab the Horseshoe Motel sign. Thank you. I mean, we're excited. So, we eventually want to have a sign park in the downtown. But before we get there, we've got to do a few things. But aside from that, and where is Jim
Are they playing
and Bobby
poker
Jean?
still?
Are they out in the alley? Jim?
Jim?
Bobby Jean?
I'm guarding the car.
Oh, he's guarding his car. He's got that wonderful Cadillac is his. Jim Olson, owner of the West, and Bobby Jane and company, and their son here tonight is here, Rowdy. We've been talking to him, actually Main Street Design Committee, and we've been talking to Jim about putting that Sunset Court sign on his building. And he said tonight we could make that announcement, that he's very interested in having it on his building. Furthermore, he wants a map on his building, and this all ties together. It's part of the dream, because tonight when you walk down to the window, you're going to see that we've introduced Highway 84. You know, guys, everybody's got that darn Route 66 thing going, but Highway 84 was ours, and so we have introduced that on the drawing down there. And as we were talking one day about introducing that on his maps, I'm like, ooh, Sunset Court was on Highway 84. How about that we put the Sunset Court sign up there? And he's like, ooh, I like the idea. So at any rate, that's where we're going next. And that is going to be awesome.
Great.
Thank you, Jim. This is the survey that the consultants did on the signs, and it's awesome, and there's a wonderful history in there, and then the surveys are about that thick. So we are prepared with this. Now we've got the ammunition to do a lot of things that we want to do. Then, a gentleman that was on the consultant team and is also on a committee, actually his wife used to live here. He is the editor for Road Notes magazine. And in the summer of 16, he wrote an article about our Dairy Queen drama and Holbrook's drama. And so we were published in his magazine then. And then coming along in fall of 16, he did, and I know the council members all have a copy of this, but the rest of you probably haven't seen it. He also did another article after he was part of the team inventorying our signs. It gave him the perfect information to do a nice article. So we've got a 2-page article in here on our 5 faves, as he calls them. So that was fun. Same man also is the editor for this Contractor and Community magazine. And in his most recent issue, winter of 2016, he has another 2 pages about Casa Grande. And this magazine, he tells me, is he has about 4,500 subscribers, and it goes out to contractors and architects. And so we're featured in his editorial 2 pages in this magazine.
Yeah, we're getting out there.
Then our commission member, and I'm going to introduce all the commission members in a moment. Our commission member, Joy South, had Grande Living magazine call me, and there's a nice little article in this Christmas edition about the Historic Preservation Commission and things that we've been doing. and this is way fun. Rena has the only book that hasn't fallen apart, so we can't put them out for sale yet because I'm getting a new supply. But they're only $20, and it's a architecture book for Phoenix and the East Valley. And guess what? There's 3 places from Casa Grande in here. How exciting is that? So the SS Blinky is in here. The Valley National Bank, now Cooper's Law Offices. And actually they wanted to do the Irwin and Irwin Insurance Building, which is that funky 2-story over there on the boulevard. And there was no information at the museum other than Mr. Baker's obituary. So it was really fun to research this, and we got a full page on the Irwin and Irwin Insurance Building. And I don't know, we've had so many. I know we always portray a lot of women in our history walks, but we've had wonderful men that have set the stage here. And I know that when we did the history plaque for Steve Cooper's building over there, the Cox building, where the Social Security was, he put a little spin on it that I wouldn't have thought about, but most every law office got started in that building over there. Well, every insurance office got started in the Irwin and Irwin. Those guys were movers and shakers. I mean, were they ever? That VIP Park, when the San Francisco Giants came to town, all of that. So it's really fun, and it's in this book. And last but not least, our window tonight. And as I say, you're all going to get one of these as you're leaving the patio as we go down to dedicate that window. I've told you the story about council approving the top and bottom, but I guess I would kind of like to just say, probably a lot of you know Nadine Hackler. After the commission finished the plaque and pedestal, she called me one day. You know, I think sometimes I have this little thing across my forehead, call Marge. But, she called me and she said, you know, I saw that the commission had done this plaque and pedestal, and you know, we have that Highway 84, and I think it would really be nice to have a plaque of that. And I said, well, you know, I would like to do that. And then we talked a little longer, and then she's like, oh, I'm probably just a little old lady. She's in her 90s now. I talked to her again the other day. She said, oh, I'm probably just a little old lady with a dream, a silly dream. And I said, no, Nadine, I had the same dream. But when we decided to do the window, it was like perfect. We could put the Highway 84 on there. So I've called her. She's sending these copies up to her brother in Oregon. I mean, you know, she told me the other day, you guys on that commission have made an old lady really, really happy. So I think, you know, the fact that we've got it introduced over here, we're going to put it over there. I mean, people are going to get it one of these days. They really are. Don't you think? That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, without further ado,
Mark, you didn't introduce your commissioners.
oh, thank you very much, Clara. We'll start with you. This is Clara Trulove. She's on the commission. Just go ahead if you can and keep standing. Joyce South, she's our realtor. We've got Susan Rooney. We've got Jim Summers. He's our liaison to the commission from the Museum of Casa Grande. And we have one member that's absent tonight that's our planning and zoning member. 3 of us live in historic properties. I haven't, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, there's 6 of us all total. We have one opening, folks, so if anybody, and basically it doesn't have any really special requirements other than you need to want to work a little bit and you love history, and we meet once a month. So we do have one opening on the commission. Thank you very much, members.
The city council, since the start of Main Street, has been very supportive always of what goes on down here and very cognizant of the importance of our history. And I'd just like to look back a little bit, and there's some sitting over here that know that were here way before I was, but our family came to Casa Grande 65 years ago in 1951, and the city was probably 5,000, something like that. It was a small town. We got everybody together on the 4th of July in Pier Park, and the downtown, it was Main Street. At that point in time, my dad opened a feed store across, if you know where the old Ochoa's was, across the street by the tracks. And when November came, in fact, I came late for school, and I got stuck in a certain room, made new friends and everything. They all disappeared around just after November, because a lot of them were migrant workers that came out to harvest the cotton and do the cotton harvest. So being here then, it was amazing. On Main Street, it was like the state fair. You can start dancing now. and I would look down there as a 7-year-old and say, well, you know, Dad, I want to go down there. And he said, you have no business down there, son. But you'd see all these trucks come in, and the ladders would come down, and 30, 40 people would get off and go shopping. And on the Main Street itself, there was theaters, the Popular Store, Serrano's was down on the corner, Pioneer Market, George Waiwa, just up the street. Cuckoo's and Riley's Tavern and a bunch of that type of stuff was down there. There was a theater, there was a restaurant, and it was quite the place. And when I got to high school, Uptown was where we are now. And that was downtown, because we've grown out of it. Well, we know now that we talk about it as Old Town. But it's a very precious place, and anytime we can preserve some of our history and appreciate it, I think that's so important. And I know Top and Bottom Street has several theories about where the name came from, but there's no doubt that it came a long time ago, right, Mark? and whether it was a cheater at cards, and there are cases where guys would win at cards and actually get killed by the tracks leaving the games. And whether that, if you read a map and you've been in the military, top's north and bottom's south. So was it, you know, whatever it was an important street. And on that part of town was where most people lived, south of the tracks. And the first commercial district was just a street over on the north side of the tracks. And as we grew, it was amazing to watch all the different changes. I know when we started the year 2000, we were about 20,000 people, and now Casa Grande sits at about 55,000 roughly. And the biggest thing is we get bigger, we can't forget our past, and we have to. We're very fortunate. In Maricopa, there's people who go to look for the old downtown, and of course there is none. It's disappeared. It used to have hotels and everything else. When the train, if you got to Union Pacific, you had to come to Maricopa to get on the train from Phoenix. But as I say, we've got so much history, and I think traditionally and forever, we've had such good people come to our community. I look back at my father's age groups and the others that have come along, and it just seems like we've been so blessed with good people in our community. And I think on the current council, they only have one joker, and he's talking to you. But I think everybody else will do a good job for us. But I'll give it back. But I think, can we clap again for Marge? Getting that name change may not seem like a big thing, but it's a huge thing. Congratulations, Marge.
Thank you. We were pretty excited when that happened, and now this Dairy Queen thing, and now the Sunset Court thing. It's like it doesn't get much better than that. So let's head on down. Marilyn's going to give you a picture of what's on it. We have our own story on the plaque down there, and you'll be able to read it when you go home tonight. And so let's head on down to the window. Here we go.